Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna take a look at this beauty right here, which is Airsoft Mark 18 EAG weapon designed by the East Crane company. And also at the end of this video I'm gonna give you my personal recommendation if this gun is worth buying or not after 2 years of my own experience with running it. So right after you open the crate of this gun, you're actually gonna see that you have this gun itself in its stock version, which looks something like this. And then you're actually gonna get this full metal high capacity magazine in the price included. So now let's talk about the gun itself. The body of the gun is actually made out of full metal, and it has also fully adjustable telescopic stock. As I said, this weapon is EAG, which means electric-based airsoft gun. So we need to power it from the accumulator. This weapon has a TAMIYA connector, which means it is basically for the NIMH accumulators. So I use 8.4 volts NIMH nunchuck accumulator, which goes to the back of the stock itself, which I'm gonna just show you now on the screen how to put the accumulator actually in the gun and run it. Also, you want to know the actual power of this weapon. The power of this weapon is 1.7 joules, and the mass velocity of this weapon is 130 meters per second if you are in Europe, and if you are in the United States it is 427 feet per second. Also, the maximum range of this weapon is actually 59 meters, and I never had any troubles with the power of the gun itself, neither with the range. Also, keep in mind that the accumulator and the charger itself are not price included. You will need to buy them, unfortunately, separately. The same thing goes for the BBs. Even though you actually gonna get a couple of them, some low quality ones with the replica itself, they are just good for the first test or like first shooting of the replica. But if you want to shoot at the actual airsoft match or have fun at the shooting at the targets, you might actually want to pick some expensive or more expensive, higher quality ones. So now I'm gonna tell you about my accessories that I have on the gun. I repeat, they are not price included. Every single one I needed to buy on my own. So let's start with the optics. So I have red or green dot collimator. It basically depends on the color of the dot that you want or prefer, and it is basically no zoom. It cost me about 40 euros, and to be honest, I can't recommend it more. Really, it saved my ass a lot of times in close combat situations, but just keep in mind please that this is not some zoom optics, and it is definitely not made for sniping. It is just for more precision, accurate shots on close range. So now we're gonna move to this vertical grip that I bought. Well, the price of it is basically 5 euros, so it is really cheap, and I also cannot recommend it more. If you still wonder why is this for, well basically it gives you a better grip and hold of your gun, and you can control it a lot better in combat. So for me it helped a lot to improve my game for a really cheap price, so I would definitely recommend you to buy this one. So now let's move to this battery box that I bought. It serves no purpose other than just pure cosmetic accessory thing. I bought it for I think 10 bucks, and yeah, there's really not anything to say about this. It just looks cool on the weapon. Now, let's talk about the suppressor. Well, I don't actually have the tracer suppressor, so it is kind of useless in the battle, but still it is really nice cosmetic thing, and I bought it for like 15 euros I think. It is full metal, it's 14mm left spinning suppressor. So these are all of the accessories that I actually use for my airsoft gun, and some of them are just, as you can know, fully cosmetic, and some of them are actually really useful in battle. So go check it out if you want. All of my accessories I'm actually going to give you a link for in the description, so go check it out if you are interested in buying them. So now the main question is basically where should you play with it? Well, of course it depends on your playstyle and how you like to play the game. Me personally, I like to play with it in a forest or some fields and outdoor areas, but playing CQB is also very fine due to this fully telescopic stock. Now let's take a look to the inner components. So inside the gun you will find V2 gearbox, which is a classic for all M4 based weapons. Also 8mm full metal bushings and 18:1 metal gears, which is basically a really solid equipment for stock version of Mark 18. So piston is nylon with one metal tooth, which I would definitely upgrade later. Also, hop-up is made out of plastic, but it holds the setting well, especially for heavier BBs. The gun also has mid-tier inner barrel, which is not the best for the accuracy, but to sum up, I would definitely upgrade spring, inner barrel and a piston. So with this being said, let's actually take a look at how it shoots. So my final rating of this gun is actually 8 out of 10. I mean, for the price itself, it is pretty solid gun, but I would definitely recommend you to upgrade a lot of things, as I said, piston, spring and also an inner barrel. Also, you can put a lot of accessories on this gun, which is not really a common thing at many AK platforms, as I also have. And I must really say that Mark 18 actually surprised me pretty good, and I would definitely recommend it for beginners and some mid-tier players. So for those who want to save some money, I actually made a low budget option, which includes the gun itself with the magazine included, then accumulator, charger and BBs. Then, for players who want to invest a decent amount of money, I made this mid-tier budget option, which is basically the gun, charger, magazine, accumulator, BBs, and also the vertical grip and the Teate Optics red dot, green dot. And for the top tier players I actually made the same thing as the mid tier, but I would also add up laser or flashlight and also some tracer, suppressor, plus the upgrades of the inner components.